Hi dear students, welcome to our English class. Today we are going to learn about memoir and profile. Memoir means an account written by somebody about his own life and experiences. Profile is a short description of someone. So, in this video, we are going to see the difference between memoir and profile. Tansen was one of the greatest Hindustani classical singers in India. Music has always charmed and inspired millions. Have you heard of Michael Jackson? A popular musician of our time. Let's read about him. An excerpt from Moonwalk, the memoir of Michael Jackson. I have always wanted to be able to tell stories, stories that came from my soul. I would like to sit by a fire and tell people stories, make them see pictures, make them cry and laugh, take them anywhere emotionally with something as deceptively simple as words. I would like to tell tales to move their souls and transform them. I have always wanted to be able to do that. Imagine how the great writers must feel knowing they have that power. I sometimes feel I could do it. It's something I would like to develop. In a way, songwriting uses the same skills, creates the emotional highs and lows, but the story is a sketch. It's quicksilver. There are very few books written on the art of storytelling, how to grip listeners, how to get a group of people together and amuse them. No costumes, no makeup, no nothing, just you and your voice and your powerful ability to take them anywhere to transform their lives, if only for minutes. So, students, who has written the excerpt? Yes, the author himself has written it. It is his memoir. So, who is the author here? Yes, the author here is Michael Jackson and he has written about himself, which is known as memoir. If you write about Michael Jackson, how will it be? So now here you can see two columns. The first column is when Michael Jackson writes about himself and the second column is when you write about Michael Jackson. So we will see the first column. I have always wanted to be able to tell stories, stories that came from my soul. So, this is the sentence written by Michael Jackson himself. Now, let's see the same sentence when we write about Michael Jackson. He had always wanted to be able to tell stories that came from his soul. Now, see the second one. I would like to sit by a fire and tell people stories. That sentence changes to he would like to sit by the fire and tell people stories. Find out the main differences between the sentence given above. So, when a person writes about himself, I is used, that is the first person. When someone writes about others, he is used, that is the third person. When he is used, it becomes a profile. So, when a person writes about himself, the first person I is used, that is a memoir, and when someone writes about others, the third person he is used, which becomes a profile. Now, rewrite the memoir of Michael Jackson into a profile. Michael Jackson always wanted to be able to tell stories that came from his soul. He would like to sit by a fire and tell the people stories, make them see pictures, make them cry and laugh, take them emotionally anywhere with something as deceptively as simple as words. He would like to tell tales to move their souls and transform them. He always wanted to be able to do that. He wanted them imagine how great writers must feel knowing that they had the power. He always wished to have that powerful ability to take the listeners to another world. So, students, Here the word I is changed to he, and now this becomes a profile. Like Michael Jackson, A.R. Rahman is a popular musician of our country. Let's read about him. A.R. Rahman is popularly known as the man who has redefined contemporary Indian music. He is hailed by the Time magazine as the Mozart of Madras. Rahman pursued music as a career from a very young age. In 1991, the noted filmmaker Mani Ratnam offered Rahman a movie called Roja, which brought him nationwide fame and many awards. Rahman had won the National Award 3 times. In 2008, Rahman's work gained global prominence with his score for the film Slumdog Millionaire. Rahman has been bestowed with the Padma Bhushan and the Padma Shri, two of India's highest national civilian honors in recognition of his contribution to music. He was also named by the Time as one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2009. So students, this is a profile about A.R. Rahman. Now read the profile of A.R. Rahman. Imagine that you are A.R. Rahman and rewrite the profile into a memoir. So, when we write a memoir, the first person I is used. I am popularly known as the man who has redefined contemporary Indian music. I was hailed by the Time magazine as the Mozart of Madras. I pursued music as a career from childhood. In 1991, the noted filmmaker Mani Ratnam offered me a movie called Roja, which brought me nationwide fame and many awards. I have won the National Award 3 times. In 2008, my work gained global prominence with his score for the film Slumdog Millionaire. I have been bestowed with the Padma Bhushan and the Padma Shri, two of India's highest national civilian honors, in recognition of my contribution to music. I was also named by the Time as one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2009. So students, I hope you all have understood the difference between a memoir and a profile. So, thank you students. We will meet in the next class.